What do you see as some of those skills that are absolutely central to a development for young people?
Would I answer that question? What do we want the children we teach to be like as adults? I think of dispositions and competencies,
Mm,
and there could be a range of them. I know we cringe sometimes when we talk about 21st century skills, but we want young people that are empathic, and that comes back to the beginning of our conversation, right, about the enemy. We want young people who are kind. We want young people who can see connections where nobody else can. Howard Gardner calls that searchlight intelligence.
that's
Right?
right.
And I really like that phrase, the ability to connect dots where other people haven't connected dots. Now, obviously, you need some content to be able to do that, but then you've got to do something with the content. Tony Wagner's big on that.
Mm,
The world doesn't care how much you know. The world cares what you do with what you know. I
mm.
think that's the shift for the young people today is the active aspect, the ability to do things with it.
Yeah.
So much of schooling, unfortunately, is a compliance-based approach. It's around control. It's
Mm,
around submission.
mm. Once again, Cameron, so many questions, and my hope is that these conversations that I have with amazing individuals like yourself cause people to think, and my hope is that people will walk away from our conversation and go, "Wow, I'd never thought about that," and then embark in their own journey of discovering best practice and things that they can change. You mentioned right at the beginning of our conversation the importance of professional learning protocols. Tell me a little bit about that. What do you mean by that? What does that look like?
A protocol, think of the expression protocol in relation to code. It's like a path when you're developing a code in terms of technology. So a protocol is a structured, scaffolded environment to create opportunities for dialogue. But what a protocol does is provides this container that ensures that there's equity of contribution, that the focus is on listening, and that there are opportunities for reflection. Usually the nature of protocols is that they start with teachers' questions rather than other people's questions. So it's a scaffold. It's not doing the professional learning work, but it's a tool for doing the professional learning work. And when you become skilled at using protocols, you very quickly have the ability to lift the protocol away because you don't need it anymore,
Hmm.
because it's become part of the culture that people listen to each other. We have dialogue. We start with our own questions. We're reflective. I think protocols are a very, very powerful way for adults to learn within schools. Um, for adults to learn full stop. I love the expression I heard at Reggio Emilia, which is the Italian word confronto.
Yeah.
Confronto, you think of an image you might have in your head of two Italian people sitting down to have tea together, but they're arguing really passionately about something, right? It's an Italian argument, and they're really loud, and you can see them going at each other, and then they finish their tea and they embrace and they're best friends and off they go. Well, confronto is about having those really rigorous, powerful conversations where we're pushing each other, and we're not just being kind to each other in the conversations, we're pushing each other hard, but we're leaving on really good terms as friends because that's just an expectation of how we operate together.